Hello, everybody. Welcome to Callaway Talks. Harry Arnett. I'm here with Tim Reed. Anytime Tim Reed's here, you know Tim Talk Tour. Tim Talk Tour? Jack Talk Tie? Tim Talk Tour. And the reason we're talking tour today, a couple new products we're launching. That's the Apex MB and the X Forge, the new X Forge line of irons. Do you like it when we have a new Forge product that you can take on tour? A little bit of a teaser alert. We've had these on tour for a little bit.
Yeah, they've been out there for a while, Harry. So, yeah, no.
You said that actually right before the show. You said, these have been out there for a while, so what are we launching again? I'm like, oh, wait, these are just for the consumers because we haven't launched them to consumers yet. Yep. Some little different now that we get stuff out on tour a little bit sooner than we used to with a product like this.
Yeah, because first prototypes were out there a year ago.
I remember that. We had a certain guy that wasn't on our staff then that loved these irons, the MBs. And when a player loves a muscle back iron, what are the things you think about that really has to go into that for a player to fall in love with it?
Feel,
yeah,
first and foremost. How it goes through the turf, second, for sure.
Well, we have AJ Volpel on our team who plays MBs. Do you know how I know that? Because he tells everybody.
That's right.
But you definitely are giving back a little bit in terms of distance, but what you're hoping that you're gaining is the feel and just the consistency. If you're one of those players, I'm not one of these players, that's like, I want to hit my 7-iron 166 yards every single time, no matter what, right? Mm-hmm. Are you one of those players?
Yes, I am definitely one of those players.
So feel, consistency, obviously the shape and the workability.
And workability is probably high on the list for these guys, right?
Yeah, definitely. And what about when we have a product like the X Forged, which is just a beautiful one-piece forged cavity back iron? What are some of the same things, right?
It's all the same. It's just that club will have just a little bit more forgiveness, right? But the center of gravities, all of the things that make it special for that golf club are in both packages. And I'll tell you what, it's hard for the guys to choose which one to play out there.
Well, I love you see this sometimes a lot in marketing. We as marketing people like to do this. We like to film things where the tour players are like, oh, this is great. It's going right in the bag. Does that ever really happen?
Not always.
So on an iron,
yeah,
when you know you're trying to hit precise distances to score for a living, it takes a little bit of time to get into a product, doesn't it?
Takes a little bit of time, but this set here, it was a pretty easy transition for virtually everybody who tried them.
What are some of the nuances for you that you think about when you're really trying to perfect a product like that maybe somebody watching this wouldn't necessarily think about all the time when it comes to an MB?
Yeah, it's just everything needs to be linear, right? So that there's progressive offset. So when you look down at a 6-iron to a 7 to an 8, it's a seamless relative to the leading edge. The gapping and the loft spacing plus the bounce angles through the set are very, very important. So that if it's pretty much predictable as a player how far each club will go. I
remember Phil Mickelson was telling me about this one time. We were doing a shoot, and I was asking him. It was about the original X Forged, and he was saying, "Oh, well, it's the turf interaction is something you got to experience." I had a set there for the thing. He goes, "Here, go hit those. See how awesome you think the turf interaction is." And I was just like, "No, I don't want to do this. I don't want to do this." But for a tour player, like, they feel every difference in how the bounce is affected, how with their ball striking.
Yeah, they can tell you exactly which score line they're hitting it off of, and if it's spinning properly, if it's getting in the air properly. So they're obviously pretty good, and they can give you some great feedback. And if it has if the bounce angles are wrong or if they're inconsistent, they'll tell you.
And they're in there all the time checking that stuff, aren't they? Especially when it's that precise.
All the time.
So that's the MB and the Apex MB and our new X Forged CB. I love it when you guys have the weapons now on tour.
Oh, it makes our job easier for sure.
I can tell that you feel like your job is super easy.
Yeah,
it might be too easy.
Yeah,
are we going to automate your job soon?
Yeah, hopefully you will.
Go check those out. Those are in shops now. And see what Tim's talking about, the precision on our new MB and the X Forge product. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time on Callaway Talks.